All right, hello, my friends. Welcome back to Dragon Age: The Veilguard. We are in the necropolis. We are dealing with the undead and necromancy and all that fun jazz. So here we go.
Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
Because
You
I
can
can't
tell
get
me why
through,
you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
because I can't get through those other things because they have like shields around their crystals. So
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent oniric disruptions.
At the least, the implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
No one ever brings me tea after a slog through a haunted crypt.
My assistant, Manfred. Always thoughtful.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the blight. And they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fade expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navarra. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
just keep the necromancy safe. Glad to have you to fight. Promise you'll bring Manfred. You know what? Yep.
Only if your assistant's coming.
Manfred? But of course.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful. I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
Oh, Manfred has a
Grand
voice.
Necropolis was at peace again, and Emmerich was off to a new adventure. But in Navarra, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it
Yeah.
to the worst
Manfred is so
possible
cool.
person. Emmerich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
Oh, fun. The gloaming lantern. Gloaming. That's an interesting word.
What the Venatori ultimately intended with their incursions into the necropolis worries me. Whether or not it was directed by the gods, the timing serves them well. Chaos, I fear, is their ally.
With this, Demeter's Crossing and the Blighted Dragons, and everything else we're all dealing with, feels like we're at war. A lot of little wars.
Gods move fast. It's reassuring. So we fight. So we fight back.
They want a war? We'll damn well give them one.
You need an army to fight a war, though. They've got two. The Venatori and Antam wasted no time allying themselves with the gods. Power at any cost.
So how do we fight back then?
We don't have an army, but we do have allies. Like the Veil Jumpers.
After Demeter's Crossing, it's personal for them.
I might be back in the Crow's good books after we save Treviso.
You impressed Viago. That is quite a challenge on its own.
Also, Lady Morrigan requested a meeting at the Cobbled Swan in Minrathous.
Could she have found some trace of the gods?
Probably. Morrigan doesn't visit crowded taverns for fun.
I also heard from Grey Wardens out in the Hossberg wetlands. Antoine and Evka. Something strange is happening with the Blight there. I bet it involves the gods.
Any specifics? How's the first war?
Any details on the blight in the wetlands?
Antoine said he didn't write it down.
Why not?
Either he didn't trust someone else wouldn't read the note, or he didn't want us to panic.
The first warden didn't seem impressed the last time we met.
I heard he told you to piss up a rope.
Will he be in the wetlands?
I don't keep track. But he can't stop you from asking a few questions, if we're fast enough.
Gillenane has laid low since we hurt her dragon, but the blight spreads rot wherever the gods go.
And no one's better at tracking blight than wardens.
Morrigan and those wardens feel like our best leads on finding the gods.
Are they really gods? Or just ancient mages? It's not clear.
They're gods. Or the closest damn thing to them.
Nev's back.
Nev, you're back.
Yeah, I am.
Good to have you back. This is Professor Emmerich Volkarin, our Fade expert, and Tosh, our dragon hunter. They joined while you were away.
Hey.
Charmed.
Right. Not everyone has met.
So you're a dragon hunter? Mirathus could have used you.
What's going on?
Back home, what isn't? Look, you made an impossible call without enough information. I get it. It's the corner the gods put us in. It just might take time to shake off.
You are back though, right?
Yeah, Belle. I'm back.
Good to have you back. Whatever the circumstances. Everyone needs to be part of this. That's the only way we'll win.
After what happened to Mirathus, I've got even more reason to go after the gods. If anyone's got a shot at this, it's the people here. I'm still on the job. Count on it.
Great.
Yes.
Let's follow up on some leads.
That's some
I'll
good
let
stuff
Lady
there.
Morrigan know we're ready to meet.
I'll send word to Antoine and Evka. They're holed up in a town called Lavendel.
Everyone else should rest up. Be ready to move when I call.
Never easy, is it, kid?
What do you mean?
Making the big choices, then living with the consequences.
It shouldn't be easy. I haven't had much training. Someone has to.
I don't think it ever should be easy. As soon as it gets easy, you're not the right person to make those decisions. It needs to be hard. That's how you know you're taking it seriously.
And that's why I recruited you, Rook. You get that. Not everyone does. Anyway, you've got a meeting with Morrigan to attend, and dealing with whatever the Wardens found. All this chatting has taken it out of me. Think I'll rest for a bit. Good work, Rook. You'll find your way through this. I know it.
All right. Drawing on his necromantic powers, Emmerich banished the despair demons infesting the shrouded halls, and drove out the invading Venatori. Learning that malevolent ancient gods are causing chaos in the Fae, the professor joined the team to help stop these mystical threats to creation. Blah. Unbeknownst to him, the Venatori plot is the beginning of a chain of events that will lead Emmerich to a dark figure from his past. Ooh. Companion hardened. After experiencing the blighted dragon attack in Mirathus, Nev is less trusting and more self-reliant. Her damaging abilities are increased, but she will no longer use supportive abilities, and relationship progress is slowed. Rook, Talia said she could get this to you. Just wanted you to know that thanks to your rescue, I was able to get the supplies from Ravane down to Treviso. We just sprang a large group of prisoners free. Thanks to you and the Lords of Fortune, we had poisons to take out the Antem guard station, herbs to treat the prisoners' injuries, and gold for the bribes to get them safely out of Treviso. Treviso will be free, and the Antem will regret ever showing their faces here. Yours, Natalie of House Cantori. All right. Meet Morrigan. You know what? I think we're going to go to Morrigan. All right. Has anybody actively got stuff to say? No. All right. Okay. Hide helmet. Never. All right. Emmerich has skill points. All right. What do we got? Replenish some heals. Final rites. The bell tolls. Ooh. Explode with necrotic energy? Why, don't mind if I yes. Time slow. Entangling spirits. You know what? We're going to boost some heals real quick, just because that makes more sense to me. Wrong buttons. Yeah, taking it up by 3 isn't really enough to... Alright, skills. Executing a detonation on enemy while wearing different classifications of Vitaran armor. Okay. All right, there we go. All right. All right, so is the timers mean that people have stuff to say, or does that mean that, like, I have to wait for them to have stuff to say? I don't really, I never really thought to check on them. What is this? They got stuff to say that's timed. Where's the other?
Another help awaits between the facing gods.
Between the facing gods.
Only the wisp.
I don't know what that means.
Taking a walk?
What does that mean, between the facing gods?
Did I see you writing a message to the Inquisition? What's that about?
You know, Varric and I were part of the Inquisition, right? I'm trying to get news about the South. but Charter hasn't replied to any of my messages. I'm trying not to worry about what's happening there, but... No, it's probably fine. Charter's just busy. She's always busy.
Charter... who's that?
She's the Inquisition's spy master. Or she would be, if there was still an Inquisition. I suppose she just works for the Inquisitor now?
I haven't heard much about the Inquisition in years.
Oh, that's intentional. When the breach was open, we needed a large group to stop Southern Thetis from falling into chaos. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things going on in the world.
A spy master? She doesn't know things about me, does she? Do I need to worry?
Charter probably knows everything about you. Oh, but she's not going to use it against you. I mean, if you behave.
So how long were you with the Inquisition? 10 years?
Something like that. Why?
You must know the Inquisitor.
Well, yeah, we worked together. I wasn't part of the Inquisitor's inner circle, though. I spent more time with the ordinary people, the ones you didn't hear about.
So tell me about these ordinary Inquisition members I haven't heard about.
The Inquisition hired hundreds, and most of them weren't Magisters or Ben Hasrith or the left hand of the Divine. There were scouts and stable hands, carpenters and cooks and quartermasters, even 2 dedicated pastry chefs.
Ooh.
Most of them volunteered, like me. We wanted to help in whatever small way we could.
I'm sure those pastries were a great help.
My ma likes to say that sometimes the pie is for eating, and sometimes it's for crying into. Doesn't even need to be pie. Rector liked cake, and Faulkner loved soup. But food was always a comfort.
Rector, Faulkner...
Liliana gave all her agents pseudonyms.
Right, like Charter.
Well, Charter's Charter, but when the other 2 and I were together, we were just Lace, Wilbur, and Katya.
But you did know people from the Inquisitors Inner Circle, didn't you?
I knew them, sure, but those early days, all I wanted was to prove myself and not get in anyone's way. Some of them were more approachable than others. Most of the time, I just watched them from afar. Listened to their snippets of conversation as they walked by.
And the Inquisitor's advisors? What about them?
I wouldn't say I was close to any of them. The spy master, Liliana, was aloof. Commander Cullen and I were both from Ferelden, so we got along. Ugh, Ambassador Montilier is my favorite, though. She's lovely.
Do you miss it? The Inquisition, I mean.
It's hard to miss an organization. They're only as good as their people, don't you think? But I do miss my friends. We write each other, but it's not the same. And the Inquisition is different from what we've built here. Not better or worse, just different. It's special when you're among people working toward the same goal.
Not everyone. There was Solus. What did you really think of him back then?
Lonely. He always seemed lonely. It's hard not to be when you hold yourself above everyone else.
See, he's a jerk.
You mean it's hard not to be lonely when you're a pompous ass?
Something like that.
You can say it, you know. Try it out. Solus is a pompous ass.
Maybe he is, but I can still feel sorry for him, can't I? Anyway, I'm sure something out there's on fire, and here I am rambling about the past. I should let you go. Talk later?
Okay. Solus is a pompous ass. All right. Now that I know that there are timed conversational things, who do I want to talk to?
Ah, Rook.
I thought I'd give you time to settle in.
It's not as though I had much to unpack. All's well. I would kill for a decent cup of coffee, though.
Have you? For coffee, I mean.
Not today. You've got questions. You might as well ask them.
You're the best mage killer in the Antivan Crows. So how'd the Venatori catch you?
Someone set me up. I had a contract for Colivan, in the ossuary. I took a ship from Treviso to Inrathus. They were waiting for me. Knew which ship and when it would arrive. I don't know how they convinced the Crows I was dead, but I woke up in the ossuary with Zara gloating about it.
Okay.
I know Katerina volunteered you to work with us. Are you okay with that?
Did Viago ever consult with you before sending you on a contract?
Viago would barely tell me what the job was beforehand. But I'm not the demon of Virantium.
Katerina was first Talon. You don't refuse a contract from the first Talon. Not if you're smart. But
fair.
There's plenty of reason for me to work with you beyond that, Rook.
Such as?
I owe you a debt, for one. And after a year in that hole, maybe I'm looking forward to stabbing a god or two in the back.
I know we brought you in as a specialist, but things are rough. I need everyone to help out.
Of course. I hate sitting idle, and it's better I stay occupied. You haven't asked about Spite.
From what I've seen, I'd say he picked the right name.
He's stronger when I sleep, so I try not to do it much. No one was in the ossuary by choice, not even the demons. We both did what we had to get out of there.
I admire you. What you've been through would break most people.
I would not give Zara the satisfaction.
Still, you must be a very courageous man.
A very stubborn one, perhaps, but that's kind of you to say.
You'd be surprised how
Leave
often
Spite
those
to
two
me.
overact.
If he's trapped in this
Or
world,
overlap.
he has good reason to fight for it. For now, I must honor our contract. Gods, magic, politics. Things are going to get very bloody.
All right. All right, now. How do I get to you? Phone is blowing up. This makes sense.
What? You're hungry? I found a yam in the kitchen. Stubborn just means you'll starve.
Trouble settling in?
Doing the best I can. My job was to keep the Griffins safe, not fix their dinner.
I meant Hassan.
Oh. I guess we're both adjusting.
What's the history between Grey Wardens and Griffins?
Back in the day, Grey Wardens raised them as aerial cavalry. When a blight got going, Wardens rode them into battle. Eventually, war took its toll. They died out.
Then where did Hassan and the others come from?
Way I heard it, someone found a journal a few years back that mentioned a secret clutch of eggs. They'd been hidden for centuries, protected by a ward. Started hatching, and out came 13 talkative griffins. Now,
Nice.
down to just one.
Well, a confused griffin should fit right in around here.
Appreciate it. There's no training manual for them anymore.
I guess we'll figure it out together.
Happy squawk.
Griffins don't trust easily. Lancet and Remy had to work to win them over. They said a warden and a griffin have to move as one. Think as one. They call it Turlum. Sort of unity. But now, they're both dead.
Why'd the Gloom Howler attack the Eyrie?
I intend to find out. First it stalks wardens. Now it's after the Griffins.
Don't worry. You and I have a deal. We'll find them.
Appreciate that. Though it sounds like you've got your hands full around here.
More or less, yeah.
Just a tad.
Elgernon and Gillenane. Hard to believe.
Can't be easy hearing that your own gods are ending the world.
Elves have enough trouble. Don't need this on our heads too. But I have to say, killing a monster is one thing. Taking down the goddess of all monsters and the god of vengeance while you're at it?
Yeah, fair.
I'm not blind. Keeps me awake at night.
Just making sure you know what you're in for.
We're all in for it.
Well, I've been in a staring contest with death most of my life. Haven't blinked yet. What? I told you. It's yams or nothing.
Or maybe you need a new menu.
All right, we'll have to figure out some way to feed the griffin. No, how do I? Where's the door? There we go. All right. Going to do all of this bits here.
The blight spreads here. Seek its roots.
Okay. Oh. All right. Oh, okay. All right. All right, let's see here. Okay. Okay, so save. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. It helps, so much for free. It can't beat that. Come over and hang out with me in the Twitch chat. I try to make it a good time. Yeah. But until next time, please remember, you are valid, you are loved, and you matter. See ya.